Okay guys, I thought I would show you something that I do after a race weekend where I write down a whole bunch of information about the track and stuff. So this is my little magic book, and inside there's just pages and pages of stuff. So we'll go to Misano. So we've got our track there, and then that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. So I'll start with turn 1. Out wide on the brakes, aiming to brake at the bridge. So there's a bridge that goes across the track there. I think you've seen it in the other video when we first got to the circuit. Tipping in late to have a straight line towards turn 2. So you don't want to come in and then run out wide, because if you go into turn 2, you've screwed it up and you'll run wide there, and then you ride for turn wide for turn 3, and then you've screwed the whole section up basically till turn 4. So turn 2, same entry as turn 1, but it's a slower corner. Hold the corner for a second longer than you would mentally think to have a straight line towards turn 3. Now turn 3 is quite a fast corner, and this is where we're losing a lot of time with the edge grip, because you crank right over for the whole corner and it's quite long. So hug the inside of it. There's a dip halfway through it, so you sort of come through it and then you get on the outside of the dip, and that's when the bike gets light, and if you've got no edge grip, you've really got no edge grip there. So and once you're out there, you're going towards turn 4, so you've used all the track on the exit. Out wide, and then you're trying to brake as deep and as hard as you can into that corner, because it is this section, turn 4 and 5, is quite a tight section, so there's not much corner speed, and there isn't enough opportunity to get on the gas to make up for that corner speed that you've lost in between turn 4 and 5. So once you, again, if you screw up one corner, you screw up the next 3. So it's such a critical section. So as I was saying, carry a good corner speed. Out wide to turn into turn 5, so you're using all the track, and then you're cutting it up the inside, similar to turns 1 and 2. So you've got a nice straight line towards turn 6, where you can tip in and take a big sweeping line onto the front, onto this next long straight. It's a flat corner, it is turn 6, it leads onto the straight. Quite important to have edge grip here again, of course, because it's a straight. If you're losing time, you're losing seconds straight away. So there's another corner we were struggling with grip, but we worked on it a lot more, and we're just having to carry more lean angle and front end corner speed, as opposed to feeding on the throttle to get through the corner. So, but again, you've got to get on the gas earlier than you sort of mentally would like to. You're like, oh, hold on, it's a bit scary. So, but no, you tell yourself to feed on the gas, to use all the curb, because of course over here you can use all the curbs. So bloody well, we're learning to use them, and it's quite cool that you can. So again, so out on the gas, onto the curb, and you're following that straight all the way down. It's not really a straight, but it is a straight, because there's a bit of a kink as you're going towards the end of it, into the braking zone for turn 7. So I'm aiming to get as close to the beginning of the ripple strips as I can under brakes. So then that's fairly close to the corner, but yeah, you come flying into there, and you basically, your apex straight in the middle of the corner. It's quite a traditional corner, but keeping in mind that it's really, really wide on the exit, so you can use a lot of the track, and you get the bike picked up on the fat part of the tyre and just drive out and use all the track. Don't try and hug it on the exit. It's not like going onto the back straight Manfield, where you're just on the inside of it the whole way. It's quite a bit different, so using all the track there, and then of course you're driving sort of uphill. It's a bit of a climb to this next double right. This isn't a hard braking corner, turn 8 and 9. It's sort of, you're coming into it, you brake as hard as you can at the initial kink, but then of course it double rights to a sharper corner that leads onto the back straight. But you sort of coast through this section as opposed to braking, turning and then getting back on the gas, and it's really hard to tell yourself to coast because the turn 9 creeps up when you're really fast. So if you're coasting too much, you're scrubbed up and off speed, you just run wide and then you've screwed your whole drive onto the back straight. But then if you get on the brakes too much through the turn 8 kink, then you've screwed up. Someone's just going to go straight up the inside of you into turn 9. So it's actually a really tricky corner, and as you're gassing towards it, you've got to stay out wide, clicking third and then back down and then into first going in. All the way to turn 9. You're sort of out wide as you're tipping into turn 9, so you can apex the corner quite late, so you can get on the gas on the fat part of the tyre sooner. So you just pick the bike up and just straight line it, and okay, using all the curb on the exit, which is really cool. You get really good slides out of there actually, it's quite fun. Now of course powering off down the back straight. Down the back straight into the scariest corner on the racetrack, which is turn 10. As you're approaching it at 260 plus kilometers an hour, it looks like a 90-degree corner. So yeah, mentally you're looking at it going, you just want to slow down, but you've got to tell yourself that you kind of can't, because you're just going to lose so much time. That's probably, at first I was losing probably 3 seconds through there just because I was rolling off and going down again and then having to go through it. But again, the bike wasn't quite handling, it was running wide off the exit of this corner. But as you're coming into it, hit the brake, well no brakes. You've got to hold that gear that you're in. No, you don't need to climb the revs anymore, but you don't want them to drop back either. The dropping back is literally as it's rolling into the corner, and you enter this corner out on the curb, so you're only this far from the grass as you're tipping in, and then you've got to look right at the apex point, smack in the middle of this kink, and the whole bike just sinks, and like the whole base of the belly pan's scratched out now from this. And then of course you're still holding the throttle, so 260, 240k as you're going through the middle of this corner, and then the bike sort of unloads as you're exiting and it starts to slide, and then you're out onto the curb as it's sliding, and then you start opening the throttle again hard to get the revs to keep climbing towards this next kink, which is turn 11. And you're coming into turn 11, you can roll off. This one's a bit tighter than the turn 10 kink, so it is a bit of a sharper corner, and you're down a gear and then going through there. You're out wide coming in, and then you're apexing smack in the middle, then out wide again on the exit. So you've got a good line to brake into turn 12, which again is another right. There's 6 rights in a row on this track, so it's really heavy on the right hand side. And then of course into turn 12, you're apexing smack in the middle of the corner again, then out wide all the way to the ripple strip on the outside, going into turn 13, which is like the hairpin on the track. So it's quite tight and there's no corner speed to carry through this corner. It's just in point squirt, but point squirt and don't run wide. If you use all the track on the exit of turn 13, then you ruin up your line going into turn 14, which is the second to last corner on the track. You tip in so early that you think you're going to go turning right off onto the inside of the track, but you've actually got to carry the corner speed so the bike doesn't run wide. And if you don't, then you're just losing a crap load of time because you're not carrying the speed through there. And then yes, of course, using all the curb on the exit, so it's quite cool coming out of there, and it's right on the curb and the bike's starting to bounce around. That's cool. And then you're aiming to the last corner, sort of a 90-degree corner in a way. There's a white line that goes across the track that they've painted for, it's pretty close to the pit lane entry. Like you got your pit lane entry, and then just after it there's a white line that goes across the track. I think it's a sector time pace for what they do, So you're aiming to brake right at that point, which is practically at the corner, and you're just down one gear, and then same thing, you're apexing straight in the middle of the track, and then out wide again onto the curb. And this one's quite easy to run out onto the grass because the curb's only about yay wide, but yeah, you carry so much exit speed, you're out on the really bumpy part of the curb, and then right at the exit of it drops and the bike fucking pops a big wheelie off it, and you're like, yeah, this is badass. Then power off down the straight and start all over again. So that's a run through of the track from where I'm at on it. It's really technical, and it's quite tricky to get right, and there's some really critical points on there. So at least for next time when we go there, I've got my information handy, and I can have a quick brief through. So we're basically at the point where we finished last time, and we can start from there and build on the setup, and yeah, should be pretty cool. So I can't wait to race there again. And so, cool guys, hope you enjoyed that. We have a visitor. Hello! Little dog at the door. Just creeping in so slowly. Little bit low, little bit. Hey little dog. Just random dogs just rock up to your house. Nope, I'm out.
I wasn't
that like look, I did bad. I'm okay. It's okay.